You are watching live from Launch Pad 6 Site 31 at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, where a fully loaded Soyuz-2.1 a booster stands ready to launch less than 15 minutes from now to deliver almost 3 tons of cargo to the International Space Station. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mission Control in Houston and the International Space Station Flight Control Center. As you see, this is a Soyuz booster. At top of it is the International Space Station Progress 79 cargo craft, the unpiloted cargo craft that is ready to launch into an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator, and a 2-day journey to reach the International Space Station for a docking on Friday night at 8:34 p.m. Central Time to the airport of the Zvezda service module. The Progress is loaded with 3 tons of cargo. The breakdown on that cargo in 3,351 pounds of dry supplies, 1,212 pounds of propellant, 926 pounds of water, 106 pounds of air, and 28 pounds of nitrogen, for all total 5,623 pounds being carried to the International Space Station.
Propellant lines before the new multi-purpose laboratory module begins to assume role control or
the Soyuz-2.1 a booster rolled out from the interrogation building at the Baikonur Cosmodrome back on Monday.
Crew on the International Eastern Time, 1:21 a.m. Central Time, aboard the Crew Dragon Endurance for their trip to the International Space Station to dock to the forward port of the Harmony module in the early morning hours of November 1st Eastern Time, late on the night of October 31st Central Time, to join the Expedition 66 crew. All of this activity taking place with the launch tonight of the Progress 79 cargo ship, vehicles coming and going from the international outpost, programmed commands to deploy the solar arrays on the Progress 79, along with its rendezvous antennas and navigational antennas. Once the Progress arrives at its preliminary orbit, there'll be a couple of critical burns of the Progress's engines later tonight. Those are known as DV burns, delta velocity, basically a change in velocity burns. The first automated maneuvers that will raise the Progress's orbit to match that, ultimately, of the International Space Station. T-minus 20 seconds and counting. The auto sequence has been initiated. Second umbilical retracted. We have a command for engine sequence start. We have engine ignition, turbo pumps building up to flight speed, and liftoff. Liftoff of Progress 79, the next vehicle in the supply chain to the International Space Station. Good roll, pitch, and yaw program reported from Baikonur. First stage performance reported to be nominal from the blockhouse in Baikonur. Good vehicle stabilization reported. Good chamber pressure reported on the first stage. 1 minute into the flight. Passing through maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle. Flight is reported to be going by the book. One minute, 40 seconds into the flight, everything continuing to go very well. The Soyuz booster arcing out to the northeast to an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator. Standing by for first stage separation. And first stage separation confirmed. The booster's falling away from the Soyuz. The vehicle is now flying on second stage engines. 2 minutes, 25 seconds into the flight. The Soyuz booster traveling almost 5,000 miles an hour, 40 miles in altitude, 51 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. And we have second stage shutdown and separation. Five minutes, 15 seconds into the flight. The vehicle reported to be stable. Three minutes, 15 seconds of powered flight remaining. Everything is looking very good. Good third stage engine performance reported. Good control on the vehicle. Everything very, very good. Coming up on the 6-minute mark into the flight. Third stage engine performance continues to be very solid, propelling the Progress 79 cargo craft into its preliminary orbit. We are about 2 minutes and 15 seconds from third stage shutdown and orbital insertion. Six minutes, 45 seconds into the flight, 2 minutes of powered flight remaining. This view from a balcony camera in the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow on the center screen. You're looking at a view from a camera on the upper stage of the Soyuz booster. As we approach the 7.5 minute mark into the flight, third stage engine performance continues to be right down the middle. One minute of powered flight remaining. Good third stage engine performance reported from the blockhouse in Baikonur. Now we have a full screen view of the camera from the upper stage of the Soyuz booster, with about 30 seconds of powered flight remaining. 8.5 minutes into the flight. Coming up on third stage shutdown and spacecraft separation. Third stage shutdown and third stage separation. Next step will be the deployment of the solar arrays and the navigational antennas on the Progress 79. That should be just a moment or two from now. And there go the arrays. And the data from the Russian Mission Control Center confirms good solar array deploy and good navigational antenna deploy. Progress 79, after a flawless launch and climb to orbit, on its way toward a Friday night docking at the International Space Station.